Well, good morning. I've arrived here at Brands Hatch and I'm now with True Heroes Racing, and they've already started. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and they've already started. This is what the boys are up to. They are cleaning one of the wagons because that's going to be here as part of the setup. So it's looking all clean and tidy. So they're all hard at it. And you can see there Chris, although he's only got one leg and half an arm at the moment because he's damaged his arm, he's still mucking in. And so this is what goes into a race weekend.
Hey, what?
So
What
this is it.
No time that goes wrong.
So they've got to clean it all up first. Morning, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you again. So are you well?
Not too bad.
Excellent. Looking forward to another great weekend. So this is the Arctic. All the gears in the back there. All the flooring, that's all got to come out, get laid. So we're going to be showing all of that. So this is Thursday morning of the final round of the British Superbike Championships here at Brands Hatch. True Heroes Racing are a veterans and serving team of the British Forces. It was set up several years ago by a guy called Phil Spencer, and you've already seen him on previous episodes, and I'll link that in the description. So what's happening now is the guys are building the infrastructure for the weekend for the garage for the motorbikes, which is the black flooring that you're seeing laid there, and the grey flooring is for the hospitality. This weekend we've got lots and lots of visitors coming, lots of sponsors, lots of potential sponsors. So everything has to be at 100%. So the guys have been cleaning the trucks to make them all clean and tidy, so they're ready to go. Now they're unloading the trucks to put up the awning, and the awning contains both the garage and the hospitality area. The team has 3 trucks effectively. You've got the Arctic, which contains on the top floor is accommodation, and underneath you've got the galley or the kitchen where they prepare the meals for the team. For the guests, what they do is they bring in outside catering because they've got so many to cater for. As you can see, many hands make light work. So the awning's going up, so the framework goes up first, and then what they do is they put up the branding, the roof, and it's all coming out of the trucks. One of the trucks has got accommodation again for team members and the spares, and the other truck contains all the stuff for the kitchen and all the tables and chairs for the hospitality, along with a couple of the motorbikes. So as you can see, a lot has gone on since we got here this morning. So all hands to the pump. So we've got the awning set up. Now they're putting on all the branding for True Heroes Racing. So it's all starting to come together. Everything's sort of dropping into place. And it's only midday. So we started at 8 o'clock this morning with a wet, with a brew, and it's all starting to come together. Well, after a day's hard graft, loads of people mucking in, I think we're finally there. I think the setup's pretty much done. The garage is now alive with people working on bikes, so the trucks are all put in place. We've got a great view actually. So we've got the Heale bar and restaurant, and then just looking at that, that's the setup. So prime position of people coming in and coming down to the Heale stands. So this is it. So we'll just have a quick look in the garage. The guys are already started working on the bikes on a Thursday. So there's the tyres all put up. So the TV and everything's up there to do all the timing and everything. So now they're busy working on bikes.
Were you busy on Tuesday?
Hospitality area. Discussions over lunch. There's Jane working away in the shop, getting everything ready for when the punters turn up today. So just getting everything in position so they got the best look.
If the barrier's up, hold's over, it means you can't get up, but sitting on the bikes and all that.
We've got bits of lean on.
Is that your lad?
Pardon?
The red sweatshirt.
Here we've got sponsors, major sponsors being shown over the bikes. So I'm here with at the back in the Pan Bash, and I'm with one of the real key characters on the team. So John, can you just tell us how you got into True Heroes racing in the first time?
Yeah, I mean,
you've been here for a little while.
We've been following them for quite some time now, even before I was a member of that. And my son and I were over at Assen, over in Holland at the TT Assen, and we spoke to, I can't remember, I think it was Claire, gave her details and everything like that, and they got back to us, and the rest is history, as they say.
Came along and
yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
So how long have you actually been with the team?
This is I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's about the 7th, probably the 8th season. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh,
I think this is the end of the 7th season.
So a little while now.
Yeah. But I've been following them for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Previous to that.
So, what jobs have you done on the team?
I started off helping out on the bikes. Jack, Michael Russell, and Dan Barfoot when it was the Ducati Tri-Options. Then I went from that because it came to the point where it was all modern sort of stuff, and I thought, no, you've got a human being on there. So at the end of the day, it was a case I went in the shop, which at the very first I found very strange because I was one of these that people were coming towards me. Yeah. And I didn't like it, and I'd take the chicken route, the back route out of it. And then sort of hospitality and helping out where I can, general gopher, if you want. Yeah. And then the washing up.
And now this is your key role for the
I don't mind it at all. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but
I mean, I've seen you in action, and
it's out of the way, and you do, you're there. It's part of the team.
You seem to be an expert.
I would say that, but yeah, enjoy it. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, the team couldn't function without somebody doing the washing up.
Well, apart from that as well, it keeps your mind off other things. You concentrate on that. From a personal point, in the evenings and night time, I find it difficult. We've all got problems. We've all had problems. We've still got problems. But it's good as well because you see people come into the team, and you see the difference it makes, because the camaraderie and the banter it's unbelievable. It doesn't matter if you...
So, sometimes it's a little bit risque.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to watch the P's and Q's a little bit. But, and sometimes, you know, you have a good old argument. Within a minute, you're shaking hands, you're having a drink, you forget it.
Yeah.
That's just his life.
But I mean, I guess that's sometimes in the heat of the moment. When the pressure's on to get a bike out on a track and things are starting to go petong and stuff. So we've got members of the public popping in now, as well as the sponsors, and everybody's having a really good time, and the work doesn't stop on the bikes. Here we've got sponsors, major sponsors being shown over the bikes. Idea is don't drop the ball. Improves reactions. Humble.
If the barrier's up, pole's over, it means you can't get up, but sitting on the bikes and all that.
We've got Mr. Lee on.
Is that your name?
Pardon?
Oh, in the red sweatshirt.
There's Jane working away in the shop, getting everything ready for when the punters turn up today. So just getting everything in position so they got the best look. So I'm with Natalie. Natalie did an interview when we was at Thruxton, so I'm just going to catch up with Natalie to see how she's getting on with the data analyst bit. So Nat, tell us how you've been getting on.
Yeah, really well. I think, like I mentioned in my interview, I hadn't done anything like this before we actually started this year. So Phil was really keen for us to get somebody on board to sort of take it and run with it. So I've very much been learning as I'm going along, and it's been a very steep learning curve. But I've got to a point now where I can actually look at the data on the screen and it actually means something to me. It's not just a bunch of squiggly lines. But if we have a look at the screen just here, this is Dave and Charlie's fastest lap from this morning. So if you look at this line here, the light blue is Dave and the red is Charlie. So even just on this little bit of the graph, you can see the difference between the two riders' throttle techniques. So they have very similar lap times. They're actually only about half a second between each other, but there's such a big difference in their techniques. One will be stronger in one area than the other, but you can see where they're making up time. And the whole point of trying to do this was basically to try and see where we can improve the individual riders and see when we can take them to the next step and try and improve those lap times. So that's what we're hoping to do, and we have made improvements this year just by using data. So it's definitely something to try and use and to improve with.
So you're all ready for the first qualifying session then?
Yeah, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully make the grid.
all warmed up?
Yeah, I've just had our PT, so
Yeah.
good to go.
Brilliant. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
So I'm with Chris. Chris, what have you been up to today?
While I'm here this weekend, I've just been helping run the garage really in there, so just managing, making sure the bikes are ready to go out, making sure the kit's there when they're going down pit lane. Apart from that, really, just helping with the guests. We've had a few people come down, sponsors, just showing them around the garage and what the team's about, really.
Brilliant. So you've had a good weekend?
Yeah, weekend's been good. Pretty chilled one for me so far. There's a lot of team members here this weekend, so we've got enough people on the bikes, enough people doing what we need to in the hospitality areas. So fairly chilled one, being able to, just enjoy the weekend at racing with the team. Yeah, it's been good.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Cheers. Thank you.
Got a new lad in the shop. So Stu's standing in while Jane goes and watches the sidecar racing. So Charlie, if you can tell us a bit about how you facilitate helping other people come along to do stuff for you on the team.
So it kind of starts from setup day really, getting here early Thursday, helping get the awning up so that the team have got somewhere to work. Obviously I take the bike away in between the rounds and I try clean it and bits like that so lads don't have to work on a dirty bike because no one wants to work on a dirty bike. And then me being a rider and qualifying enables people to work on a bike, so like the aim for me is to make sure I'm on the grid at each round, because if we're not on the grid then there's no point in people working on bikes. So I try my best to make sure we get on the grid. It's been quite difficult this year with like the Supersport grid because it's so oversubscribed. But the main aim is getting the bike on the grid so that people have got things to do. And working on a bike is, I've done it myself, working on people's bikes. It's a really hard thing to do because you've got to be so thorough with yourself because you know that you're sending someone out on that bike.
And the last thing you want is something to go wrong, the chain's not right and it comes off. And I mean, this year season I think there's been a few chains out there that's broken. Obviously not on our bikes because they were well looked after. Yeah,
so getting people to work on them is a real challenge, and they've got to be, and that's the whole point in the team, is it's a challenge for everyone, and it gives that military environment as well that they might not have in their civvy life now as well. So that's the challenge for the people working on bikes, and they can see the reward of me getting out there, and if we have a good race everyone's smiling. If we don't have a good race it's one of them, and we'll go out again tomorrow.
Well, if you don't have a good race, you just get the mickey taken, obviously. Probably,
yeah. But main aim is get on the grid and try not to fall off, because they don't want to work too hard.
And that enables other people to come along and be part of the team.
Yes.
And this team's unlike any other, where everybody is a volunteer. Where the other teams in the paddock, they all get paid for and all the rest of it. So, I mean, this is crucial.
So, and we're probably the only team in the paddock where the rider isn't the main focus. The main focus is the team.
Yeah.
So you can get 2-3 people working on a bike each weekend, and keeping them busy doing that. That's the aim of the team. I'm not the sole purpose of the team. I'm just there to get on it and do what they've done.
Yeah, and unlike other riders across the grid, I mean, you muck in and do a lot of the work that others aren't able to do because they're broken or something like that are here to help anyway. So, I mean, your role is multitasked.
It is a bit with set-up day and takedown. Like, I try to do as much as I can. If people can't do certain things, I'll do those jobs, and just as work as a team, basically, to get the job done.
Terrific. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Good luck for next season.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Well, good luck for tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
Got a race tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be nice for the weather to be consistent.
Get the weather gods out tonight. Dry the track, nice and warm.
Yeah, or just completely rain. We'll have one or the other. Not in between.
A nice wet one. You're good in the wet, obviously.
I don't mind the wet. Just one or the other's nice.
Yeah.
A bit of consistency. Yeah.
But like today was a bit hit and miss, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Me and Dave both made probably the wrong call, but we could have been heroes, or we just ended up bringing it home and pulling in early.
At least you kept it upright.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yeah, we both had a few moments.
That means the rest of the team can enjoy the evening. They haven't got to work through the night to get the bike ready.
I think Jules would have had strong words with me if I crashed on dry tyres when it was pouring with rain. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Charlie.
That's all right. Pleasure.
So I'm here with Joe. Joe's going to tell us how he got involved with the team. So Joe, how did you get involved with True Heroes?
So I'm an ex-serviceman myself. I came down 1 year, 3 years ago, just to show face and show support. And then I was invited by Phil and Azette, asking if I could ever need my free time up to help out in any way I could. So here I am, still 3 years later, turning some spanners and getting myself dirty, doing what I'm told.
Absolutely. Doesn't everybody? I mean, she's fearsome, isn't she?
I wouldn't mess with her. No. I don't think there is many a man that would.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Adam. Adam's another team member, so we're going to find out a little bit what Adam does for the team. So Adam, how did you come to be on the team, and what do you bring to the party?
Basically, I met Phil in the Royal Navy back in 2006, roughly. Both worked on Harriers. Went to RAF Cottesmore, worked with the RAF. Whilst we was there in about 2010, Phil decided to do a charity round Britain ride, and that was for Help for Heroes. Whilst we was doing that, we met a few people, and after we did the round Britain ride, we got into helping other charities and stuff. And then Phil met a guy called Murray Hambro, who I know you've spoke about before. And when Phil came up with the idea of doing the race team, he asked me if I'd be interested in being the mechanic for Murray at the time. So I was like, sounds like good fun, I'll give it a go. So yeah, I've sort of been involved with the team from day one. I had about 4 to 5 years away from the team due to leaving the Royal Navy in 2015, and then working abroad. I had a couple of years working away. COVID, so all of that sort of led me to being away from the team for a few years. I came home and sort of bumped into Phil again and said, can I come back and help? So he was like, yep, door's always open for ex-team members. So yeah, I've sort of been back now for 2 years. This is my second full season back in the team, and I work on the BMW F900 with a couple of the other guys. So unfortunately that's not here at the moment because of Scott with his injury. So yeah, at the moment I'm sort of, I say a floater, but I'm helping out with other team guys doing, if they need help doing anything, I'll give them assistance. If not, this weekend I'm helping the hospitality side of the team. So tomorrow I'm hosting the Chelsea pensioners and the guys that they're coming with, so I'm looking after them for the day. And that's mainly because obviously being in the team from day one, I've got the knowledge of what the team's about, what we do, how we help the guys that are here. So yeah, I was sort of asked if that's something I'd do this weekend whilst being here.
Fantastic. So I mean, you're a jack of all trades around the team then.
A little bit, yeah. I think a lot of it is because I've been here since day one. I know how the paddock works, I know how the team works.
Yeah.
And there's faces that obviously I recognise and they recognise my face. So it's just handy sort of having all of that experience and knowledge of the way the team works and the paddock works. So yeah, it's sort of like jack of all and master of none, as they say.
And bringing a huge amount of experience as well.
Yeah, and hopefully with the newer guys, when they come in, I can be somebody that they can ask questions to, and obviously if I don't know it, there's plenty of other people in the team that do. And yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on the bikes. I've got engineering background, working on aircraft, and there's more experienced people on the bikes now, because obviously with me being away for a few years, the team have got bigger and bigger and bigger. They've got a lot more experience joined the team, which is good, because then obviously you've got that experience in the background of the other guys to know that if you don't know it, you've got them guys there that do. Yeah. So that's what I appreciate as well with obviously the way the team works, how the guys have got that experience and build it up, and you know there's always somebody that you can ask. So people ask me and I'm like, I don't know it, but I'll go and ask the guys that do. So hopefully I'm a sort of approachable person they can come and ask and go, can you help us with this? And yeah, like I say, if I don't know it, I'll soon find out the answers for them.
Yeah, and you're happy to pitch in with John for the washing up?
Yeah, when John's not here, last few rounds that he wasn't here, there was all of us digging in and helping out. So if it's washing up, yesterday I was in the kitchen chopping all the veg ready for the lasagnas today. So yeah, it's like you say, help out all the areas within the team. So it's not just one team, one area of the team that you try and focus on. There's lots of us in the team, so if everybody can assist in every area, it makes the team run. Yeah, it makes light work for everybody else. Yeah. So whether it's like you say, doing the washing up, doing the kitchen, fuel, tyres, helping out in stores, helping fill out in there if he's not around. So yeah, it's a little bit of you help out everywhere. Yeah. So,
well, brilliant. Thanks very much, Adam.
No problem. Thank you. Cheers.
So I'm here with one of the Chelsea pensioners. How's your day going so far?
Fantastic. Never been to anything like this before. Been to motor racing in the cars, but this is just unbelievable. And especially going to the pit lane and seeing it from there, it's great.
And what about the team?
Great lads. Every single one of them look after us, and so everything's working well for them, I hope. And they get some wins.
Hopefully we'll have a bit of a result today.
Yeah, well, we'll be there watching and hoping and urging them on.
You'll be in the pit lane with them?
Absolutely,
yeah. On the grid?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. I hope so we're there and watch it for real. It's brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, bye.
So we're at the BSB last round this time, and we've got Chelsea pensioner here. So you're regimental sergeant major?
No, I was. I left in 1982.
Blimey.
I'm a mister now.
Mister? No, you'll never be a mister. You'll always be retired.
Well, retired, yeah, that's right.
And this is your first time at motorbike racing?
No, it's the second time. I came earlier on in, I think it was July, wasn't it, the last meet here?
Yeah.
And my son's with the Honda team. Because he works for Lagonda, I think it is, Laguna in Canterbury.
And you're looking forward today?
Oh yeah, I wild horses wouldn't keep me away. Had a fabulous day last time, and it's going to be the same today.
And you've obviously got the best team in the paddock looking after you.
Well, we were with Yamaha last time, but we spent a lot of time with these guys. As soon as we found out they were a military charity, we said, well, we'll have a bit of that.
Yeah.
And so I come over with them.
So they've invited you back this time then?
Yes, that's right, yeah. And we're trying to build some links between us all.
Well, I'm sure eventually you'll get some of us coming to Chelsea.
Well, yeah, why not? That's what it's for, Absolutely brilliant place.
Yes.
Yeah, we want for nothing.
Thank you very much.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, to tell you the truth.
So, morning, Dave. Now, you didn't actually expect to be here today, did you?
No. No, I got a phone call last night.
And you brought the family down this morning?
Yeah, booked hotel.
Is that for luck?
No, it's because I would have got a bollocking otherwise. I would have got told off. So, no, we booked a hotel in Tunbridge, so we'll...
Yeah, so you're all good.
Do what we need to today with the bike. Hopefully get it on the grid, we should do. and
well, there's a good chance because there's only 41 places.
Have a little race this afternoon, and then come back tomorrow and do the feature race. So
brilliant.
I haven't seen Leon yet this morning, but hopefully he's not feeling too rough.
He's still about.
Yeah, he'll still be about. But
Yeah.
I spoke to him yesterday, and he's he was hurting. He took a hit yesterday, so
yeah, we kind of saw it unfold.
Yeah, well, he dislocated his shoulder, and he hasn't quite broken his ribs, but he was definitely suffering.
Makes him smart a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck today.
All right, thanks, mate.
So I finally managed to catch up with Leon after his accident yesterday. So Leon, can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
So it was the qualifying one. Qualifying one. Went into Graham Hill, and there was on the left-hander, and there was another bike came in the same time as me, and just unexpected. I didn't think that someone was going to be there, and I turned in and just took the front because it took me by surprise slightly, so I pressed the brake a little bit hard, or unconsciously pressed the brake a bit more, and then that was it. Yeah, on my side. Yeah,
Ended up going straight onto the grass. And
I hit the tarmac first. I wish I'd have hit the grass first.
Yeah. Slightly less painful hitting grass.
So I dislocated my shoulder. Didn't break my ribs, but I feel like I have there. They're sore, so they're probably bruised or something.
Yeah, so, it won't make you laugh.
I know, yeah, it's been happening all day now. I had a cough before. God, it was really bad. But that's the last time I'll be on that one then. So that was unfortunately.
So you're looking forward to next season then?
Yeah.
And whatever you're going to get on. I mean, it's going to be another steep learning curve. You've got to set a new bike up from scratch.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah. It's another target and it's another thing to look forward to. So I am looking forward to it, actually. But it's a shame this finished like this. So.
Yeah, so, I mean, how do you think you'd have got on today in the wet?
I would have gone the safe option, I've said that. I would have gone the safe option anyway because it was only 5 laps or 6 laps left. I think I would have gone for the wets. But then I spoke to Dave. Dave said, it was bone dry out there until they started. But I think it was iffy conditions anyway, so it would have been a gamble, anything you had. So
absolutely. So, I mean, you could have full wets or you could have put even inters on.
Yeah.
You'd have been a lot better on inters, I think.
Yeah. Or everyone went on, someone had a wet front and a dry rear, or there was slicks all around, and that didn't happen. So, yeah, it was just a gamble at the time. But me standing here saying it's easier than, so.
Well, good luck for your recovery.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you back next season.
Yeah, 100%.
Fighting fit. So, what's your plan for over winter?
Spain. Going out to Spain. A lot of doing. I'm going to get on the R1 for a bit. My R1. Get just bike fit, stay. You can't do it all the time because it costs you a lot of money to be in Spain, but I'd try and spread it out equally so I'm on the bike a little bit between now and start of season next year. So.
And how did you find to do the warm-up with Jim?
That was new, yeah. I liked it. I liked it. Halfway through the first practice, my arms are I feel like I've done something. I thought, I wonder if this is the wrong thing to have done. But it went away straight away. But I did feel like, I have done something. So, but I'll definitely do that again. And I do like it because it switches you on. You can just sit in your caravan and wait for a bit, or you can come down here, do some ball work and peripheral vision stuff, and you're switching yourself on without even knowing it really. So,
did you find your reactions were a little bit quicker?
Probably too quick. That's why I took the front into Graham Hill. So I don't know if it was good or bad, but I'd do it again. I would do it again. So.
Brilliant, thanks, Lee, and good luck for the off season and coming back for next year.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers, Tim. Thank you.
So I'm here with Jane. Jane runs the shop. So Jane, how's the sales been today?
Quite busy at times. Hopefully we'll sell the rest of it before we pack up and have to count everything. So yes, it's been good. And I enjoy talking to the customers. So even if they don't buy anything, it's getting the message out there how fantastic the team are.
And how many people are you signed up to be supporters?
In total, we're into the 70s.
Wow, that's good.
Season. Brilliant. Considering we've just done it on the track and it's not been promoted over the website, really happy with that. Really pleased with that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going quicker and I'm out of 3. and we run it up on you into that corner, which then gives me the advantage and the exit, and then you have a little roll. So tiny little difference. And you think that by me coming off the throttle earlier, I would lose time.
Data analysis of the bikes. So we've got lots of different sensors all the way around different parts of the bike, and as they when they brake, the suspension will compress and measure that, and then we can show the rider and graph. They'll say they're braking at a certain point, and we'll actually be braking here. So it's a bit of a truth tonic for riders. Generally, they're quite good at being honest with themselves.
Does it vary between riders?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, so this is Charlie's map that we've got at the moment. That's his fastest lap from yesterday. Although he went out on slicks in the wet, so it's not very useful. Other than the fact they stayed upright, which is good. It might not have been answered much.
So you're all ready for the first qualifying session then?
Yeah, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully make the grid.
all warmed up?
Yeah, I've just had our PT, so good to go.
Brilliant. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.
So I've managed to catch up finally with the Sergeant Major of the team. So, Lizette.
Hello.
I mean, since we last spoke, lots happened.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the final races of the season.
Yes.
And how are you seeing it going this weekend?
So we've already had some ups and downs. You know, poor old Liam, bless him, got wiped out, which is really unfortunate. He's okay, which is the most important thing, and the bike's okay.
We've had a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did exactly what we always do. We found a way around it. So obviously we've got a lot of people here this weekend that had come wanting to be part of the last weekend of the season. So we put a call out to our legend, being the veteran that is Dave McKay, and said, do you fancy coming back for the weekend? And of course, like a kid in a sweet shop, he said yes. So
much for retiring.
Well, yeah, he reckons that he's retired. We know he hasn't. But yeah, he's come back. Today was a bit of a damp squib because, of course, the boys went out. But do you know what? They did the right thing.
Yeah.
They are all about making sure that they bring the bikes back. So there's always another day. We knew that they'd do the right thing as soon as it went. Dave wanted to stay out because he is a little bit nuts.
Yeah.
But he came in, and Charlie came in as well. So yeah, you know, the bikes are still here. The boys are okay, ready to go again tomorrow.
And guys don't have to work through the night to put them right.
Exactly, yeah. The bikes are all in one piece. So they can all have dinner, they can go up to the charity auction that's being held by OMG and have a nice night, you know, and then get up in the morning and crack on again. So that's good.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. It's always a bit sad the last Sunday of the season. It's crackers because we've got lots of guests. But and also, you know, there's lots of people that we want to see. But it is a bit sad. I know for my other half, he'll be gutted by the end of the end of Sunday. He'll be exhausted, but he will be gutted because obviously nothing now happens until sort of early next year. But yeah, you know, it's sort of a tale of two halves really. For me, I'd say I get a break. I don't get a break, I get a change, you know, so as opposed to having to worry about coming and bringing all of this and organising it all, I can focus on the back end stuff and setting up for next year. We've got some good sponsors already, but we're in the process now of getting some more. So this is where the real work starts, to try and make sure that we get some sponsors on board and supporters.
Yeah, I mean, anything I can do to help out there. I've done a bit of schmoozing with some of the sponsors today.
Yeah, no, that's fab.
Enlighten them a little bit on what I've seen from the team.
Yeah.
And I think that'll help.
No, it's great because you've had a real, sort of like back door, if you like, insight into what we're all about and what we do. And by joining us in the evening, you can see the real ethos and how they bounce off each other. And they all, you know, rip the heck out of each other. But fundamentally, they're such a close-knit team. And I'm super proud of what they achieve each and every time. And even watching them in the evening. My other half had some bad news a few weeks ago, but he's used this team to pick him up again. And I never actually realised how much until I realised he'd spoken to some of the lads. So I'm still learning stuff about him and how he's dealing with things with the team. So, you know, it's still giving back to us even 5 years down the line.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. And
No, thank you. I really appreciate what you're doing. It means a lot to us.
I'm loving what I'm doing.
Good.
Absolutely loving being around the team, and it's given me a little bit of a buzz as well. I've been a veteran myself, and I'm looking at doing a bit more for the team.
Good, fabulous. Appreciate it. You're welcome anytime. You know that.
Thank you so much.
Very much. Thank you.
I'm with young James Whittam here, and what's your prediction for today?
My prediction for the big race is it's going to be close. You can't really call it. I am going to go with Kyle Ride.
Ooh.
But listen, if Tommy won it, he deserves it just as much. Tommy's had a really good season. He's made the Honda work where nobody else has, just as well as he has, and he'll dig in. Really, all I want to see is a good straight fight and having it clean.
Absolutely. And what about True Heroes Racing?
Yeah, I mean, well, they're a sort of staple of the paddock now. They've been here a long time. People know what they do, and people know why they do it. And I think it's lovely to see him here still.
And while you're doing your piece to cameras today, you're going to give us a mention?
Yeah, we always try. Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Promote the team.
Yeah.
Tell him we've got Chelsea pensioners today.
I'm going to try and see him on the grid when I'm doing my grid walks.
You're a diamond geezer.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
So finally, before the last day, I've caught up with Phil, and Phil was the first guy I spoke to on the team a little while back. So Phil, since we last spoke on our little interview, now it seems like an age ago now.
Yeah.
A lot's happened. I spent the weekend with you at Thruxton, and now I'm here and spent, seems like a lifetime at Brands. Since I got here on Thursday morning, I'm absolutely knackered. And we've still got a day to go. And the teardown, so looking forward to that. How have you seen this weekend go?
This particular weekend's been a challenge. Obviously, we were unable to get Scott out. He hasn't ridden for a couple of rounds now. He had to have an operation on his back, part of his ongoing limitations and challenges. And then, unfortunately, with all that interaction with the medical side of things, he's then picked up COVID. And obviously couldn't even be here with us. So we're missing that bike. And then the two Supersport guys, Charlie had a few challenges, but we worked through those, and then unfortunately Leon crashed in free practice 2. Not a big crash for the bike, it was a foot peg and a bar end and a few little bits, and there's a little scrape on the fairing. But unfortunately, the way that Leon fell, he's dislocated his shoulder, which has obviously then put him out for the weekend. This is a really important round for us, Brands Hatch. It's the home circuit for our motorcycle dealer sponsor, Laguna Motorcycles, who are up in the trade area. So it was really important to us that we got that bike out. So after a few phone calls and a few conversations with the organisers, we've brought Dave McKay out of retirement and turned up, and he's wanting to qualifying. So first time back on the bike this morning was the 15-minute qualifying session. So a bit of a challenge, but he got the bike on the grid. And then we've obviously had the sprint race for the Super Sports this afternoon, where the weather played a massive part.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It started off, and then there was obviously a red flag, and then we pulled in and they declared it a wet race, 5-lap dash. The weather was looking like it was clearing up, so there was an and ahhing. We stuck with the slicks. That was the wrong call, clearly. Within one lap of the race restart, it was hammering down, and anyone on slicks just pulled in. And I think there was 15 bikes that finished the race. They were all on full wets. Some good results for some people that wouldn't normally get that opportunity, but there's a lot of the front runners who were like us on slicks and pulled out. So.
Oh well. And we look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, we go again tomorrow. We've got the feature race on the Supersport race tomorrow. We've got some good grid positions a bit further up the grid than where we would normally be, and then we'll go from there.
Fantastic.
All right.
And going forward for the winter now, this everything packs up. Doesn't pack up for you guys, for you and
No,
Lizette.
it never stops for me and Lizette. We're already having conversations this weekend. Already been having conversations in the run up to this weekend. A lot of change for next year. We'll see where that goes. Clearly, I want to do more, give more opportunities to more veterans and injured servicemen. And got to find the money to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's a challenge in itself, I guess. Going forward, then, are you confident that you're going to be able to get some more sponsorship, get some more guys to join the team for next year?
I've got a waiting list of people who want to join the team, so that side of things is the frustration for me. It's a tough financial climate for everyone at the moment. There's teams that have better results than us that didn't make it into the paddock this year, teams that haven't finished the season this year.
yes, we're very unique. We do something very different for a very different reason, but it's still an expensive sport to be involved in. So it's about finding the companies that want to support us because of our unique opportunities and setup, and get involved with us. But we're on that charge.
And so far it's been a success. I mean, you just built year on year on year.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that the Ducatis are going, but I guess
that's a sponsorship-driven decision. Laguna Motorcycles have changed their dealership. They're no longer a Ducati dealer, so it's inappropriate for us to run a brand they no longer sell. But they're working hard in the background to secure a new deal on a new manufacturer. Don't know where that's going yet. Have a few inklings, but we'll wait and see as that develops. So that'll be a big change for us. We've ridden Ducatis for 8 years, and now we're moving to something different. But,
Which will bring out some new challenges, not just for the team, but for everybody involved with it, I guess.
Yeah.
New setups. I mean, you've got starting from ground zero with that.
Yeah, well, these will be road bikes that we then have to convert on a new manufacturer that we haven't dealt with. All the spares and and ancillary parts and expertise we've built up working on Ducatis since 2015 all start again. So good challenges.
Yeah, looking forward to them.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to them, but but yeah, it's what it's about. It's overcome and adapt. That's the military mentality, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's what this team does very, very well.
Yeah.
There's no other team that does it, I don't think.
Not in the same way and for the same reasons. Definitely not. No, we're unique.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much, Phil, and good luck for the years to come.
Yeah. Cheers, Tim.
So as soon as the guys have finished their last race, the deconstruct, the de-rig starts to happen. Now, as you can see what's going on here, we've still got customers sat, and they're actually now, everybody's going to sit around and watch the last race, whilst also mucking in and starting to de-rig. It is a massive, massive effort that goes on, and we try and keep all the team members there to help with the de-rig before people scarper on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. They might as well stick around because it takes ages to get off of the circuit anyway. So while the main feature race is on, we're de-rigging like many of the other teams, and it's just stopping in between, taking bits down, packing stuff away. People are just trying to watch the main race. This is the Bennett Superbike Championship, and it was a really, really close finish. And as you can see, lots of people are standing around watching. Lots of people are just turning away, pulling bits of awning off, folding stuff up, just waiting for it to finish. That's it. The race is finished, and now everybody's mucking in to get everything packed away, everything sorted out. The coffee machine's got to go away. Everything's got to go away. This is it. Rolling up, making sure everything's packed away tidy. The last thing you want is everything sort of thrown away, thrown in, and when you turn up at the next race to start building, the last thing you want is everything sort of just, I don't know, it makes it easier to get it right first time when you're packing up. So this is the D-rig. The D-rig tends to be a little bit quicker than the build because it just takes, it's a bit quicker to take things down than it is to put them up. And it also helps with a lot more people. So everybody knows what they're doing, everybody's done it before, and so it's just a case of mucking in, make sure everything's done, everything's packed away neat and tidy. So come the next race, it's easier to put up. And again, many hands make light work. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it gives you a glimpse of what goes on behind the scenes. Everybody thinks it's a glamorous lifestyle being a motorbike racer or alike, but this is the reality of it. It's an awful lot of hard work by an awful lot of people to get it right. So thank you for your time.